Welcome back to another Bassmaster Open Pros Pick'em at Lake Seminole. We're on episode number 2 of, I don't even know how many series we're going to do on this, but let me tell you one thing, guys. Last week's episode was absolutely amazing. So if you get a chance, make sure you go check it out. What we figured out is, number 1, Matt doesn't fish to win. Number 2, Todd is the reigning champ, but he finished in the bottom 16.8% of the field last week, so he has a lot of room to make up. As you know, we have a new guest picker, open picker with Ish Monroe. So Matt Pangrac, Todd Castledine, Ish Monroe, welcome to the show. I think it's going to be a good one.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
What is that?
Is this going to be a weekly thing?
What's up?
Wait, hold on. He's sitting in his boat. I got to go. Now you're going to make me go sit in my boat.
Do you have trophies in your boat? Are those like bolted in so you just fish with those back there? You run with them and everything?
No, Matt, these, I don't know if you realize, sometimes when I get bored of winning bass tournaments and stuff, I go out there and we won some white bass tournaments. You know, I'm kind of dabbling a little bit of everything, man. I don't know if you've got any white bass trophies, but it really doesn't matter what it is out there. Let me look around in there. I don't see no white bass trophies.
Nope.
So just, hey, look at Ish in his boat, man. See, I like Ish more and more every time I'm around him, man. I just, that's a fisherman right there.
Ish just shows up and shows out. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I know my therapist loved last week's session.
He's like, now I have a new worst enemy, Todd and Ish.
Yeah.
Yes.
So y'all each get a half of his brain. Both of you live in his brain rent free right now.
Hey, I just thought of something really good, Ish. Why don't at the end of this, why don't we team up for a little, me and Ish versus Andrew and Matt in a fish off?
Heck no.
Okay.
That is not okay.
Like that,
I got the short end of that stick.
I just came up with this just now.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like it.
Yes.
I'm game for that. You're not an Upshaw. You don't like the second half. I mean, can it be on a spotted bass lake?
Is it gonna be
I don't care.
Is it gonna be like numbers?
Oh no.
Numbers
Okay.
No number bull crap. Just because you got a guy who loves a fairy wand does not allow you to.
Dude, we could do this new format where like every fish counts.
No. We'll stay with the 5 fish. Five big
Yeah, exactly. Hey, as you notice, you see tournament organizations are going back to that 5 fish. Just saying.
No, they are. And I mean, there's something really majestic about the 5 fish limit, obviously. And when you go drop 35 on the scales, there's just nothing much better than. I mean, I haven't done that personally, but I've heard that it's a lot of fun.
It really is a lot of fun when you drop 35. I mean, I've done it 4 times. So,
yeah,
and I've dropped 30 bags probably 8 or 9 times on the scales, and it feels pretty good when you drop one of them 30 bags on guys. You kind of you watch it just deflate their ego.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, you're not looking at the screen. Do you want me to move the trophies? Is the sun gleaming on them too bad?
No, I'm trying to read your shirt. Warning. You can go blind from my pure awesomeness. Yeah, that was a mistake.
Matt doesn't.
Can we get into week 2?
Matt does not have any trophies. So that's why he's.
What is this
he's
right
really,
here?
Yeah.
What is that? There's a trophy right there. Look at that son of a gun.
What is that?
That is from the Assumption Bass Club in 2003.
Wait, who? What? Somebody gave you that, obviously.
Wait, I've also got.
It was a drawing.
Yeah, he won a raffle.
Look at this one.
This
is the 1999 Rock Springs Fishing Derby. Biggest fish. Got some competition out there on the opens. Big fish-ish. Yeah, I remember. I caught that largemouth on a live night crawler when I was 14.
Oh, live bait doesn't count. Well, hey, let's jump right on into this show and talk about Lake Seminole. I think they're going to hit it at a really, really good time. It's what I saw next week. It's supposed to be in the 80s. And this week is already super hot. You know, here at Toledo Bend, I walked outside at 8 a.m. and it was already 70 degrees. And I'm going to tell you, the warming trends are going crazy. Actually, Todd and I went out yesterday and filmed a TV show, or the last portion of a TV show, and just absolutely demolished them on a little lake around here. So fishing is getting good, and I really expect these guys to blast them this week at Seminole. So let's go ahead and get it started. Group A. Let's go ahead and let Todd lead us off Group A. Who do you got, Todd?
This was the hardest one. I do have a little ground to make up. I'm really not worried. To me, the first week was pretty much just
pick. Just pick.
Hey, when you get all the trophies and the chant, like, you can pick, okay? But for the most part, I see the Drew Cook. I see it. It screams pick me. But I got something else I think that might play. So I'm picking Patrick Walters.
There we go, stealing my pick again. Gosh, I need to go first. That was my pick.
Was
my pick. Patrick. Patrick's solid.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a really, really good pick. I got to make up some ground as well. I actually went Scott Canterbury. The reason I went Scott Canterbury is I know for a fact a few tournaments at Eufaula that he would literally lock down to Seminole just to go fish that place. I mean, the guy's been there a bunch, and I think
give me a call off the camera, and I can definitely change your mind about that for sure. I can only tell you stories.
Well, anyway,
trust me, you might want to change your pick. Just FYI.
No, I'm going Scott Canterbury. Can't change my pick. All right, Matt Pangrac.
Oh, you can change your pick.
Hey, you might as well just pick Jacob Wheeler.
Dude, you can change your pick, Andrew. Matt does it all the time.
Matt. Hey, one thing this is true. We make these picks on here, but Matt always changes his pick.
I used to, and then I didn't last year, and that's the only reason I didn't beat Todd.
That's the only reason he didn't beat Todd.
Integrity.
Or the year before.
Yeah, but we're not going to go there. But anyways, just know that whoever Matt picks, he might change it. It doesn't matter. So, no. Matt, who you got Group A?
I'm going chalk. Since I had a decent week last week, I'm going chalk. I'm going Drew Cook. He knows the fishery. I think the sight fishing is really going to play. Takes a lot to know your way around Seminole and where the water level is. I've talked to a couple of the guys, and the water level is at a really dangerous level where everything that you can rip your lower unit off is just like right at the surface of the water level. So you have to know how to get around that pond. Drew Cook can get around that pond, really good at sight fishing. So Drew Cook's an obvious pick. I know he's got a high percentage, but I don't care. I'm going chalk with Drew Cook.
All right, Group B, what you got, Ish?
Wait, Andrew, who'd you pick?
I picked Canterbury.
Oh, I sorry, it slipped through my mind. I just had to ask
Lord,
again.
You're making all sorts of friends.
Hey, Ish, who'd you get?
Hey, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, Ish, who'd you get Group B?
I gotta go with my boy again. Obviously, the hammer himself, Iconelli. I gotta roll with it. He's starting to get a little bit better. In each event, he's gonna get better and better and better. And soon you will see a W out of that guy. So it could be this event, could be next event, but we will see it. So I rolled with Ike.
All right. What about you, Matt? Who you got?
I'm sticking with the guy who catches them in Florida. This is on the Florida-Georgia line. I'm going with Scott Martin again. Listen, he's underperformed in his first couple years on the Elite Series. I think this is the year he gets his feet under him. He had his dad up on stage, rolling, helping him hold that 26-pound bag on day one. I think this is the year that Scott makes a run at the AOY on the Elite Series, and I think he continues solid tournaments with another top 10 here at Seminole. Plus, he finished 6th the last time the FLW tour was there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Scott, that's kind of like a second home to him. Actually, he was looking at moving up to Seminole. That's how much he likes that place. I also picked Scott Martin. I just know how much history he has there, and I think he's gonna have a good tournament. I really do. I mean, and I love some of these other picks in here. Hallman, I think Hallman will have a good tournament. Hackney should have a good one, especially the flipping side of things, and they have a lot of grass there. I think it'll be a really easy pick too. Todd, who do you got?
I really did like the Scott Martin pick, and Brock Mosley's pretty. We talked a little bit off air about another guy, and I'm not going to get into it yet, but I had to go with Hackney. I don't see Hackney having that. It's not like he had a bad event. Hackney just doesn't have many bad events.
Well, I was going to say, like, a bad event for Hackney is worse than 30. So
yeah, exactly. Anything worse than 30 for Hackney is a bad event.
It's a bad event. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I got to pick I can't go too crazy on week 2 and finish bad. So I know he's going to be all right. But I don't know if I'd pick him if I was like, it was the end of I would be picking probably someone else if I like needed a guy to make a top 5.
Yeah.
Although he can do it, the Scott Martin pick, I think, is a top 5. I like a Brock Mosley too, but either way.
No, I think that's good. Let's go Group C.
What it is? Who did pick?
Ish went.
I
forgot to. Sorry. Spike. I mean, I had Polinick on the brain.
Yeah. I know that's. I thought Group B was tougher.
It was.
I actually think you might see some real big baits come into play there too. I mean, with like Polinick and Jochimson, and I really think that could be a big deal there as well, depending on watercolor and all that. I mean, that's always an issue there. But
Polinick's going to go look for that pre-spawn deal, even though they might be on beds. He's still going to go look for that pre-spawn group of big ones, and if he finds that, it's over. Yeah, and that's what scares me. And I know Ike's kind of going to be on the same program, depending on how much he loves.
Is it going to stay warm through the whole 4 days?
Oh yeah,
that's the only thing that's the thing that scares me about the pre-spawn deal. Is you find them, and then they're leaving you.
The only thing is they could be coming. That's just it.
That's the thing. They could be coming.
He finds them there, and then there's that next wave because they're only getting that first pre-spawn bite. The first group is moving up. I mean, that's why I was sitting there looking at Eufaula and thinking it was going to be in the 50s and 60s, and then I see 70s and 80s, and I'm just like, oh my God, we are about to bust this thing wide open. You're going to need at least 15 pounds a day just to even sniff a check probably. And you're going to need over 20 a day to win on Eufaula for 3 days. I mean, it's going to be good.
And I think Seminole is going to show out even more than that. I think it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Seminole's a better lake overall.
Yeah,
and it's bigger and less guys.
We fished the FLW tournament there a few years back. And honestly, we had horrible weather in the tournament and they still busted them. I mean, they're going to bust them up.
You let a guy win with a cranking rod who was flipping.
We're not going there. Group C, Pangrac. How about you go?
Listen, sets up.
He knows I love him. He knows I love him. He's my boy. He's my boy, but I always got to give him crap. I'm like, you were flipping with a cranking rod, really?
That's Brian Latimer, by the way.
But, yes, Brian's a good dude.
That was a cool tournament. I like that where he was flipping those clumps and he was like just out of those random clumps with that was a cool tournament.
But he did that with a crankbait rod. So
listen, Group C is basically what Ish just said. He said the first wave is coming, and then there's fish that are leaving, there's fish that are coming. There's one guy in Group C. I know he's got 35% of people picking him, but there's one guy who can find bedding fish and shallow fish and isn't afraid to go look for him in the tournament, and that's John Cox. Easy pick in Group C, John Cox.
Yeah, I went John Cox as well. I mean, you don't bet against John Cox twice and 4. Okeechobee's its own animal, but when it's Florida anywhere else, you got to go John Cox, especially when they're moving up on beds. Like he's the best. He's probably one of the best, if not the best, out there. So it's hard to say. It's not like the Dean Ross second best frog fisherman. I don't know if you could rank sight fishermen on how good they are.
Yes, you can.
You can. Because Shaw is still the king. Regardless, any way you want to look, Shaw Grigsby is still the king of sight fishing. Period.
And I would say John Cox is at least top 5, if not top 3.
We'll put John Cox as LeBron James. Shaw's Michael Jordan. Shaw's Michael Jordan, and John's LeBron James. No.
Ed's spinning. Okay. Who do you got, Todd?
Matt just made my pick all much better. That it should be John Cox because, like I said, I do zero research, so I have no idea. I don't even know. Where are we going against Seminole, right? Did we go to Seminole, Andrew? Did I go there?
Yeah, you went there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was
Yeah,
like when we had a hog lake.
I remember how you caught him, but I'm not gonna say.
Oh yeah. I had big bass. I had like the biggest bag of day too.
Yeah.
With like a 9-pounder.
Because that's why you're the champ. That's why you're the champ.
Yeah, so if it is hard to get around, I'll pick Cox in his boat, man. He'll be freaking rolling around where he don't care.
Yeah,
that's why. Like, I even like that pick more because like he ain't gonna hurt nothing.
No.
Who you got, Ish?
Same. John Cox. It was mine. Yep.
How about Group D? Ish, lead us off in that one.
Oh man, I gotta be scrolling back to my screenshot of everybody that I picked. I got Prosnick.
Oh, I like it. That's a good one.
I like that. Wow.
Prosnick is, dude, he is the Cinco spinning rod, bed fish, pre-spawn fish, post-spawn fish master. Yeah. That dude will catch them.
That is a really good pick. I didn't even see that. It's a good pick.
Got him changing up now.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see him in that group either. I still haven't seen him, and
I've got him. He's my pick, no doubt. I mean, dude, I think he's a top 10 bed fisherman in the world. I've bed fished with him on a couple of different fisheries before. I've seen how he deals with the pressure. What Ish said, like Prosnick is, to me, was a very easy pick in this bucket.
Yeah, I didn't go him. I still went Drew Benton because Drew just has the history there, and I feel very safe that he's going to get a top 15 there if they're pulling up on beds. He's good enough that he will get a top 15, if not a top 3 or 4. And I just think he might beat Prosnick. He might not. I think they're both going to have really solid tournaments, but I think Benton beats Prosnick in this tournament. What about you, Todd? Who'd you get?
Benton. I mean, it's one of those two guys. I don't even think you look at anyone else. But Drew, I got Drew just because I got to pick one of the guys. I know Drew will get it done.
Well, Todd, since you already have your phone out, how about you tell us who you got in Group E? So
we talked. This will be the only time in your life that you get to pick this guy in Group E. And I'm not passing this up. I'm not passing on Jason Christie in Group E ever. I don't care if they're going. I don't even know of a bad lake he would ever fish. We're like, hey, Jason's finished in the. He's never had a bad lake, but if he did, I'd still pick him if he's in Group E. Sorry, guys, in Group E, but I'm not picking against that guy.
I mean, he's won in smallmouth. He's won in dirty water. I mean, he's won in every type of water you can imagine. I'm going Jason Christie as well. No questions asked. Like, it's the easiest pick in the whole thing. Ish, I'm assuming the same.
I roll with the champ. You know, I follow his boat company. I got the same boat as him. All the trophies. Yeah, the champ. No, the champ. You're the champ. Well, he also runs our boat too. He runs our boat too. So, you know,
That's
obviously you got to pick that guy. I mean,
does.
Anybody that runs a Skeeter Yamaha is obviously legit.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It's definitely a boat thing. Matt, who you got? I know it's the same thing.
Listen, I really want to pick Keith Poche in this. You want to talk about someone who's going to get off and find something.
I'll catch you guys later.
Hey,
I'm done. Is he checking fishing? Out right now? I'm never. Yeah. Who?
I really want to.
Refuse.
I really want to.
Matt,
I'm being dead serious.
We're shutting Matt down right now. Matt,
I really want to pick Keith Poche in this. I also have never seen John Sokup have 2 bad tournaments in a row. That being said, I'm picking Jason Christie. I'm picking Jason Christie. I'm picking Jason Christie
because you brought up that name.
You know what? I hope you say that every show from now on, Ish. And then at the end, there's 9 episodes of you saying that, and I qualify, and I can put a highlight reel together of 3 minutes of you saying all the reasons why I won't make it, and it's going to be you saying I'm not going to make it, that me catching one on a Ned rig. You saying I won't make it, that me catching one on a drop shot. You saying I won't make it, that me catching one on a wacky rig, and then I'm just going to look at the camera and be like, huh? What Ish? Talk now.
Bringing up that guy's name is like going to Okeechobee with a Ned rig. That's what you just did. You just brought up something that you like. That's not even a topic
I'm
of
picking
conversation.
Jason Christie. I'm going for based on fantasy fishing points.
But you brought up something that didn't even need to be brought up. Andrew, I thought you were administrator here. You should cut him off.
Yeah.
He's going to catch him. Listen, I said Tyler Yvette's your best friend in this thing last week. He went out and he won the tournament. This week,
he did.
This week, if you don't want to go chalk and you don't want to go Jason Christie, Poche, who didn't even fish last week, paid $5,000 to have his name as a 0 at the bottom of the standings while he fished MLF. He's going to come over here in a tin boat and he's going to freaking catch him. And he's going to go places other guys aren't. I don't say what you want, but he's going to catch him this week.
Anyways, let's go to one of my favorite parts, and that's the tiebreaker.
I thought his thing froze because of his face.
Let's go tiebreaker. Panger, what do you got weight wise?
I got 90 pounds, 11 ounces.
Ish, what do you got?
I got 82 pounds, 10 ounces.
Todd?
92.3.
Dang, did I overshoot this?
You didn't go 100.
I went 100 pounds, 15 ounces.
Oh, dang.
No way. Seminole has the quality, but Seminole does not have 25 pounds a day.
Hey, you know what? I like a warming trend. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm never right anyway. I was literally like almost as bad as Todd last week, so I'm just going with it and seeing what happens. My favorite part of the show is picking who we think will actually win the tournament. No matter if we picked them in our groups, who do we think wins Lake Seminole this week? Who has the biggest chip on their shoulder to win the tournament? Ish, who you got? Hackney. Okay. Panger, who you got?
Kyle Welcher.
He just went away from what he just said. Didn't you just hear him? He just went off about a guy, and then he picks Kyle Welcher, which isn't a bad pick.
No,
I will give Kyle. I think
it's due for him. We've seen what he's done in Florida before. He picked himself to win Angler of the Year this year on Bassmaster. He had a bad year last year. He's fishing good, very talented angler.
He still made the Classic though.
Yeah.
Well, bad. But it's kind of like a bad tournament for Hackney. Like, we all have our expectations.
It's just to me, I just like Welcher in this tournament.
How low's the water?
I don't know.
It's actually probably just right above pool, ain't it? They can barely not see the stump, so it's at pool, so water will be a little bit normal.
Yeah.
Man, I'm picking Prosnick to win.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm trying to remember a lot about that tournament that we were at and like how guys caught him and like what was going on. Man, Brandon Polinick seems a really good pick too. I don't know. I think Prosnick. I'm gonna pick Prosnick to win.
I'm calling John Cox to win this one. That's my pick.
Too early.
Nah. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Too early.
We'll see. He won Smith Lake when they weren't spawning. It was early. Anyways, Todd's not always right. Anyway, guys, I really enjoyed today.
I don't get paid enough for this.
No, I don't either. Not at all. But hey, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed
today's show. You get paid for this?
Show. Well, everybody gets paid a little bit.
Whoa! Yeah. I don't get paid. What do you mean? Andrew, you're paying Matt for this?
Yeah.
For what?
You're not.
You're not winning.
I didn't get my contract.
You're not.
Where's my contract?
You paid Matt
contract
for not winning?
I thought I was paying y'all. I guess
you gotta have
the checks.
Got to get the base.
I guess that's what happens when you don't win.
Got to get the foundation built. Make sure you got the.
Got to keep Matt in there.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, that's the way of the new. That's the way of the new world. You get paid for,
Ish. Me and you team up against Andrew and Matt. We got
dead on. I think we should put a couple, Benjamins on it. I'm just saying.
We could just make it a whole YouTube thing, and like everybody can watch us have a fish off.
I could add a couple signed hundos to the wall. I got a few.
Hey, we can call it the braid versus 8-pound test line, guys.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. 8-pound test line, guys.
That's the worst name ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one might stick a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. 8-pound test.
Todd has to go put his junior Bassmaster trophies back.
White bass. I do it all.
I'm just saying. I think Todd probably has more trophies in one weekend than Matt has ever cast in his whole entire life.
Hey, how many weeks are we doing this? Because I can bring him out for the rest.
I don't think the word is can. I think the word is you will bring him out.
I have to. Like, that's
what
so
is that one? What does that one say, Todd?
Pinwall White Bass Tournament in 2003, first place. Big bass. I still hold the record there for big bass, white bass. These are only 4. I'll bring out the rest of my white bass. This isn't all my white bass ones. I just couldn't get up in the attic. It was hot in there. I don't keep my trophies on a wall like that, man. I mean, come on. Like, I keep one trophy up. That's all I need until I get the next one, and then I just replace it.
Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. I had fun. I know these guys had fun. I'll see y'all on the next one. Make sure you go check out Matt Pangrac on Bass Talk Live, Ish Monroe on Fish. What is it?
Fish for Ish.
That's it. Yeah. And then obviously
Ish Monroe Professional English.
Todd Castledine on YouTube. His Alabama Water Series is pretty dang good. Y'all need to go check it out. But guys, hope y'all have a good one. We are headed to Eufaula, so we'll see y'all on the next one.